And stop that. Anywho, we are live. We are up now. Things are happening. So this is your R&R session. So previously in your last session, you guys managed to successfully stop one of what you guys later discovered was one of the three what were called ghost shells from being set off. One of which did manage to be detonated over the I'm trying to remember which city it was specifically. It was a city in another country. Over the city of Serenity in Scachilla, which is one of the two countries in this continent that is keeping neutrality. That might not be the case anymore, but one of their cities was destroyed. They've been helping Osman. They have not been aiding in a fight, but they have been aiding in the giving of supplies. That makes sense. No, you're Osmond. Gorgana is the enemy. Is there no Discord sound? Why? Oh, I know why it's doing it. It's doing dumb shit that it's done before. There we go. Now the Discord sound should come through. Speak, my voice. Yeah, now there's Discord. The stupid thing didn't pop out correctly, so it didn't produce audio. We fixed it. Good, we caught that early. And I'm still doing my explanation.
Wait a minute. Who's playing Quill?
I just have that on the overlay because it's your 6th member. I forgot to make his icon last time, so he just didn't make it onto the roster of the page. Ven was there. But it's now Quill. So, during this R&R period, you guys have a matter of... I'm trying to remember how many days you guys have in total here. You have roughly 20 days of R&R before you have... Actually, it'd be more of 15 before you will be sent out on your next mission. So on this R&R period, what would all of you like to do?
Oh, for the 15 days?
Oh, we got 15 days to fuck off.
Pretty much. We'll be focusing probably on like one or two in particular, but like for the time, what is the things that you would be doing?
That's crazy. Can I send a letter to... Who the fuck would I be in contact with for the order?
Your moms and your pops. It would be one of your... I think based on the way it is, your superiors that report to Errol. You don't necessarily report directly to Errol, I don't think.
Oh yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, you would
definitely
have...
not that high rank.
Yeah, you would have a contact that you send stuff to who then, if needed, brings it to Errol. You also haven't heard anything from the order in a while, though.
I'm gonna send just a letter out. I'm not gonna like. I could type it out if you really want me to, but
No,
essentially the premise is like, was it ghost bomb? Is that what they were calling it? Shell bomb.
Ghost shell.
Ghost shell. All right, I was half there. Ghost shell was detonated at this city. We're able to disarm one of them. Give like a general description of how the arming mechanism and all of that was set up from at least from what I can remember.
Roll me an Arcana check to see if you could comprehend what you had witnessed.
Arcana. Okay, it isn't Fey, Fiend, or Undead, so no advantage, but I do have a +1. Okay. I got a 16. 16 that had the +1. So it was a 15 originally.
What you could tell, you couldn't tell what necessarily the bomb did, other than the massive destruction you saw on the console whenever the explosion went off in Serenity. But the mechanism itself, you could tell they used a sort of odd teleportation. It wasn't traditional by any means. It didn't use like the actual like teleportation spell. It had another means of doing so, and it seemed unstable.
So I would explain that in my letter,
Yeah.
and essentially just be asking for further instructions. Due to having time off for the next 2 weeks.
Yep. Okay.
So that would essentially be the premise of it, and then I'd probably just fuck off to either find Ghost, Kellic, or the triple-headed boy.
Now, by this point, too, you guys do have access to Cerberus.
Is
'cause
that
he's not-
the dog?
This is a
Cerberus is the-
three-headed boy.
Yeah, the
That's
three-headed
the
boy.
three-headed boy.
His name is very specific to what I needed him to be. So,
The guardians to the gates of hell?
three-headed
Cerberus
dog.
is one dog.
Yeah, three-headed
well,
dog.
guardian. Yeah, to the gate of hell.
It was more of a three-headed
Singular.
dog thing, and Cerberus seemed like a good name. So,
Could have named him Fluffy.
Yeah.
I don't think that goes well with a sophisticated individual, but that's just me.
I think it does.
My name's
Uh,
Fluffy.
You could call him Cujo.
Isn't that the
Um,
dog who
Eats
like
people.
murdered
It's
people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the horror movie. Yeah. I could have named him a million different things, but his name is Cerberus.
What's the dog from Pet Cemetery?
I don't know. I haven't
I
watched
can't
Pet
remember.
Cemetery or read it.
Great movie. You should.
I do.
Name
I
it
need to.
what's the dog's name from fuck, what's that movie with Will Smith?
Oh, the
From
I Am Legend.
Yeah, what's that fucking dog?
Wasn't it
Yeah, name it
Max?
that. Yeah.
Wasn't the name Max?
Allude to the fact that I'll put him down in the tub if he ever turns on us.
Damn. Okay.
Anyways.
Cerberus is an option of someone you can visit. You could reach out because you don't have direct contact to the Liberators, but you could essentially get a message out to them if you needed to through your commanding officer, aka Talos.
Do I know where we met up with them?
You met up with them in Gorgana, in one of the cities in Gorgana.
It's not an option.
Yeah, that's our ops.
Yeah, going back there is a risky thing because they don't want people going in and out of their facility that aren't normally there, because you guys do kind of stick out like sore thumbs.
Yeah, an owl person kind of stands out.
I'll just wait. I'll send a letter, but I'll let other people do their shit.
Yeah,
while I figure out
contacting
what
through
the fuck I wanna
Talos,
do.
they could have a rendezvous point with you somewhere in Osmond because they do have access to Osmond.
It's not necessarily. Could I just send a letter with a sending stone inside of it and tell Kellic to use it?
Yeah,
That'd
that
be
is an
parcel.
option.
Alright, because that's a lot less effort than like going over, meeting up, just for me to be like, hey, where the fuck can I get some of those drugs? That's all I'm contacting him for.
No, yeah, I figured that's exactly what you were doing.
Well, my bad for being predictable. Anyways, I want to go back to my Instagram reels. Jesus Christ.
He's just like, yes, drugs.
Dude, this alligator. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let's not talk about this on stream.
I'm
What
muting
if?
myself.
What if? Is there a spot where I'd be able to like, maybe like hone in my perception or not perception? Which one is it? I don't have my character sheet open for some reason. I had it and now it's gone. Where the fuck did it go? I got like 70 tabs open right now.
Yeah, there's 70 tabs and one of them is playing music.
Yeah, kind of. It's- you're almost right. Just
damn
reopen
close.
D&D Beyond until so I can find it again. Let's see. What was my problem? I think it was a. Yeah, it was my wisdom. It was my wisdom. Is it so? Like, can I go to the eye doctor? Like, I could just be blind. I'm old.
To get your perception better?
Yeah. And that'd be a wisdom. It's a -1 right now. It's like I mean I am blind or I am old. I could be blind. I don't know.
I would say you can do training to try to make yourself more observant.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Oh, I would gladly help him with sniper training.
Oh, I'm good with a sniper.
No, like spotting me. I will hide and you try to find me. That
I
could
try
be
to
your
shoot
perception.
you.
Yeah, we'll load it with like rubber rounds and then you try to
Rubber.
fuck it, we'll do regular. Call it a day.
Hollow
You try to
point.
find me.
hollow point rounds.
Incendiary.
Incendiary hollow point.
Dragon breath fucking
Aims
sniper
in
rounds.
general direction, pulls out shotgun, blows up area. You over there?
Have nuclear warheads on my bullets.
Oh, shoot a fat boy.
Yeah.
Legalize
Yeah.
nuclear bombs. Yeah, I could help him with sniper training though. It's the same one the army does, but in reverse. Instead of me trying to spot you, you're trying to spot me.
Yeah.
And that could work on my stealth. Two-parter. There we go. We'll take turns.
Okay. If you'd like to do
Man, y'all
that.
cringe as shit.
Y'all cringe
We
as
out here
shit.
we out here frolicking in the woods.
Okay. What else is the other people doing?
Well, since nobody else is going, I'd probably be trying to catch up on more than likely the backlog of cases I have for my private investigation firm. And failing that, probably trying to math out stuff I need for like alchemical and magical needs, shit like that.
Okay, that's pretty simple. Wrath just disappears. You guys like get up the next day after you find out there's R&R. She is gone. You have no idea where she went. She is
She was
gone off.
supposed to tell us the R&R was happening, but then she left before she told anyone.
Yes, yeah. So you guys got up for your next mission, and Talos is like, "What are you doing here? Like, you guys run R&R." Didn't she tell you? Who?
No.
So, yeah. So she's out of the picture right now. Anthony, are you doing anything in particular for this R&R session or period?
I mean, I guess I could figure out what this gold cage is.
That's a perfect idea. If you want to do that, roll me. I'm gonna say 3 Arcana checks. And then I'm gonna double check that I have this thing made in D&D and Beyond.
Oh, hey, it's Raph.
18,
Oh, are they-
21, and dirty 20.
Never mind, she's still here. 18, 21, and dirty 20. Okay. Messing around with it, kind of, channeling your own arcane energy to try to interact with it. And messing with it. I need to double check. I do have this cage in D&D and Beyond. If I don't, I'll just send you the thing. I do. Okay. Messing with it, you get a feel for the cage itself. Understanding the idea, the banishment thing that it had done before. And if you want to look up in your inventory Kothar's cage, and that is spelled Kothar for Kothar.
I know how to spell.
How do you spell it again?
You don't get it, or do you just want
I
to read
know.
it?
I was joking.
Oh.
I could spell. How do you spell it again?
I don't know how to spell. Anywho, Wrath, because you're here. Did you have any R&R plans?
Sleeping.
Okay, that we'll jump to the two that we're gonna go do training. Because Blackstone, your thing's gonna be fairly self-explanatory. You're just kind of locked in your room, essentially balancing a checkbook. Is essentially what you're doing.
I'm not investigating nothing.
You know what? We'll get back to you. I might have something.
Okay. Take your time.
take your time. I'm ready whenever you want, whenever you're good. So the two that went out in the woods.
Yeah, fuck you want. Sorry, we're a little distracted.
Are you staying
still here.
on? Are you staying on the base, or are you trying to go like somewhere beyond?
Are we
the base?
allowed to? Am I allowed to be shooting weapons outside on the base?
We go, we go 5 miles out.
You can go out in the mountains where there aren't like the city is not,
Yeah.
and go shoot.
Yeah.
Word.
While I'm hiding though, actually I'll roll my stealth, but afterwards I want to what kind of wildlife is in this region?
Your typical creatures of the plains.
I thought you said we're in mountains. How are we in the plains?
No, I mean like the it's plains and mountains because you
Creatures
start
of the plains.
the plains
What
and the mountains.
are
The region you are in
typical
is where plains
D&D
and mountains
wildlife?
reach. So wolves, occasional
Dinosaurs.
we do not have dinosaurs here.
It says is a typical D&D creature. I would like
Not-
one velociraptor.
No. I would like to order one velociraptor, please.
I would like to order one very big scaly lizard, please.
No.
I feel like it would be wrong for me to have a pet dog, being a dog myself. That would be kind of like, you lesser evolved fuck.
Look at Goofy and Pluto.
Holy shit, dude! I didn't even realize that. Holy, whoa!
His worldview just broke.
I'm gonna need a second.
I just shattered his worldview.
I'm just gonna roll my stealth check and just contemplate this. I've been getting my world shattered for like the last 5 minutes here.
Roll your stealth check, and then we'll have Raw roll against your stealth once you get it down, and we'll see how many times
I
it
have a
takes him to roll
30.
against it. Are you ever gonna be able to beat that, Raw?
What do you say?
He got a 30. You have a DC of 30
Oh,
to spot
fuck
him.
No. Let's see. For what would I be rolling? My perception. No. It maximum is 23 for me.
Would I be able to intentionally, instead of just rolling a stealth, could I just hide these? Can I essentially like stagger it and slowly ramp up the degree at which I hide?
Sure, I'll let
As,
you
like,
do that. Because
practice? Okay.
considering you're not trying to hide from an enemy, this is fairly easy. Okay, yeah.
So if you want, we could. What you can do is you could just have him roll against my passive stealth.
What is your modifier for it normally?
I'm gonna let you know right now. Passive stealth is 19. Oh wait, that's definitely wrong. But Forge is saying 19, but it only has a +9 for the modifier instead of +13.
because you're set as a level 1 rogue, so your proficiency modifier is not right.
Yeah, why aren't you
That's-
looking at D&D Beyond?
D&D
I-
Beyond doesn't give you a passive
doesn't give you a
perception or
passive.
passive thing. Let's do this.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's about 19 to 23. We could just call it because that's. I mean, if you add in the proper numbers, it's what it would land around.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Roll against a 19 then.
The fuck did it go? 6.
Keep rolling until you get one. I want to see how many times it takes you to get to that.
Okay. I literally moved my mouse. There it is. 18. 8. 14. Oh, damn. 6.
I like the idea of a blind sniper.
18.
It's really funny.
12.
God damn.
20.
Just keeps-
20.
20.
20.
Okay.
Hey, Opa!
Is it
Here's a
natural? No, but it's dirty. It needs a shower.
Oh.
Here's a thought to remember. Rome wasn't built in a day, so you won't get your proficiency in a day. But you can do this over and over again.
For 14 days, yeah. That's
Yeah,
fine.
for 14 days we could just do sniper training. Day, morning, evening, night, different times. Get you used to different settings.
I will allow that as the start of it. We'll see what else we need to do. I will say with that, because that would have taken you about doing the training with this is probably going to burn about 4 to 5 hours in a day.
Okay.
We
So
could also do hunting, and that would practice both shooting proficiency and aiming, maybe? And spotting? Oh, no, your call.
Yeah, that would.
That's kind of why
Would-
I was asking what kind of wildlife we have up here.
It's like wolves, deer, small canids like foxes and things like that.
Shrews.
Question. Well, after we do this, would I be able to set up a trap for like a fox?
Survival.
And if he can't, can I?
I have a +6. Would you want to help me set it up?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, cool. Advantage. First roll was a 26. Second roll was 11. God bless.
You can eat, with 26.
That was a
you-
crit. That was
Yeah,
a
you
crit.
build-
Never mind. Yeah.
While you're doing the training, you build this trap, and then I'll say you catch a fox. It's a good trap.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna just domesticate that fucker.
Animal handling. So when you get back to the trap, you do find the fox freaking out. It is a small, not a gray fox because they're bigger. You know what? It's a fennec. Kind of a fennec like kind of a fennec like fox. It's not quite like the desert dwelling ones, but it's more of a mountain dwelling one. Larger ears so it can hear better, darker fur to blend in with the rocks and things like that. Claws made for digging.
Oh, those things are adorable, bro. That's what I caught. Holy shit.
Up in the mountains, they'll be smaller
Yeah, they're
because
tiny.
they need to
They're
they
tiny.
need to
Yeah,
hide in
they're little
crevices and stuff.
They're little goblins. They're
In
little-
in real life, they live in deserts. For my narrative, we have mountain ones.
Yeah, I mean, you could find a variant similar.
No, yeah.
Mackenzie. God. Here.
Alright.
I got a 19 on animal handling. I don't have advantage because it's not. No, I don't have advantage at all.
Ego plague.
Okay. What did you drop? What is that?
It is a desktop video of where I'm going to be rolling my dice.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Since you were doubting me before, now you get to see.
Oh, we
very
gotta see the
blurrily
live roll.
You now you can see very blurrily the
That
live
is a
video
20.
of me rolling.
That is a dirty 20.
That is a straight 20.
That is a straight.
That's
I-
dirty,
I-
bro. Look
I
how
haven't rolled
grainy it
yet.
is.
That
Look how grainy. That's pretty
that's
dirty.
that's a Samsung 20.
look how look how
It's a
dirty.
Samsung 20.
Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, I was like doing something else. And... Wow, what a beautiful, what a beautiful space we have.
Wow,
Thank you.
look at that! Look at that thumbnail. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh,
Oh,
oh yeah. And now my
Okay.
girlfriend's gonna look at me. Oh.
We got hand cam. We got hand cam. We're playing League.
I fucking hate this. Okay. Yeah, we'll say that like your first days of R&R, you all, doing your
Do our
things,
things.
relaxing. Anthony's able to figure out the cage while you guys were out in the woods doing your thing. During this time, you didn't hear anything from the other squads.
They all
I'm out
fucking
there
dead.
to kill him.
No, they're not dead. They're just they were off
Ugh.
doing their own things.
That was a long pause.
I will say, like a few days
What
goes
is
by, like
this?
4 to 5 days. What is what?
Oh, you sent it to Zach.
Oh, 4 or 5 days goes by before you see activity from other squads or anything. Is there anything you guys want to try to do once you've gotten in depth or into your R&R period a little deeper after doing the same routine for a few days? Is there anything any of you would like to do? Are there people you'd like to see? Places you'd like to go?
Oh, someone else go.
Curling up in my bed and crying. A few days ago, I saw an entire town get nuked.
I'm gonna go check in on Wrath. Obviously, shit's hitting pretty hard. I'm assuming like Wrath is like depressed phase right now, just in room. Comes out only for food.
You haven't seen her other than getting food.
Yeah, it was
What
sleep. It's like processing it. Like, oh god, oh fuck.
I'm gonna be carrying the little fox with me. Would I know what kind of food Wrath likes?
Before you do that, roll me a few animal handling checks to see if you can actually tame the fox.
You just want me to start like firing off numbers? The first one was a 19.
Okay, that's pretty
Um,
good.
Second one was a 17. Second's a 15. An 11. A 16. A 14. That's a crit.
Okay,
That's a 6.
that's good. That's good.
That's a 3.
I-
It's progressively gone downhill now.
I'm
No,
sorry.
you-
This motherfucker over here shoving sour cream in his fucking in his video camera.
It's hell of a good French onion dip.
Oh, is that
Oh,
what's happening? I thought you were eating like cereal.
Goes with my pretzels.
Oh,
I'll
I
kind
can
of
have Kenzie confirm these numbers.
I can I'll kind of explain through the whole thing. Like the initial day of having this fox, it bit you multiple times. It scratched you multiple times. It was not happy about being dragged in here. You had to actually sneak it into the building, which wasn't hard for you. Because technically, you guys aren't supposed to have pets.
See, I'm looking at this thing, right? And I'm like, it's like biting, and scratching me, and I'm just like, it Soap's mind. He's just like, God, this is so much easier than trying to tame a ripper. That's his comparison for like wildlife, quote unquote.
Essentially, it's a chihuahua that's just going.
Yeah, I'm basically like manhandling something the size of Daisy,
Yes.
and he's over here comparing it to something that can just rip my arm off.
Yeah.
He's like, wow,
And,
this is
yeah.
fucking easy. I love this.
The first 2 days, it doesn't want to come near you. It'll accept food, things like that. By the third day, it's weary, and it kind of begins to kind of warm up. Like, let you pet it. If you try to grab it, though, it gets upset. By the 5th or 6th day, which would be about the time we're talking about now, I'm not gonna say fully comfortable with you, but it is relaxed enough to let you pick it up and handle it.
Yeah, so I'd just be going to Wrath's store, kind of just knocking, standing there with the little critter. I need to come up with a name for it.
Move
Hey,
your tile.
Kenzie. You gotta move
Who
your
is-
tile.
It's for real estate.
Soap is
What?
not doing the things I'm telling him to do.
All right, cool. Little boy's name is Freddy.
You named him after my lizard?
Well, I asked. Kenzie doesn't know that, but she unironically said
You
Freddy.
went past the room. You went past the room. It's right here.
Ugh.
You know.
That's Freddy's. Freddy's his lizard's name, Kenzie.
Mhm.
I don't know if you could hear her.
Yes, do your RP though.
No, I'm knocking on the door. I already barged in here one time, uninvited. I've learned my lesson. Oh wait, fuck! I need to go here. There we go. Click. Hello, Wrath.
Alright.
Knock, knock, knock.
Hello.
Are you alive? You good?
I'm sufficient.
Okay, can I come in? I have a visitor.
Okay.
So, are you just in the bed?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna come over holding this little fox out in front of me and puts it down on the bed.
Kind of like she's like staring at the wall, and she kind of just like rotates her body, and it's like, what is this?
I caught it.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it adorable?
Is allowed to be here.
Whether or not it's allowed to be here is not really a judgment call for me. However, it's here now, and I don't see anyone stopping me.
Is it violent?
Is it violent? I'm
Yeah, you
Soap's,
could say that.
Soap's sitting there thinking, like, again, comparing what he considers violent to what this thing. He's just like, don't bite.
It don't bite. Yes, it does. It don't bite.
As it's like, and Adam right now, just like
It's right
trying
now.
to tear his
It's
face off.
calm and it's kind of like ears are folded back a little bit. And its tail is like slightly tucked.
I'm just gonna be scratching its head.
It eases up a little bit because you do that.
It's cute. She kind of rotates back and stares back at the wall.
depresso.
Can I get you anything?
Just can't get over it.
The explosion.
I mean, it's whatever we found down there is an affront to life itself. So many lives, so many futures, possibilities just snuffed out like that. She snaps a finger. I mean, I like rationally, I know I should be proud that I helped stop one of those from going off, but
It wasn't our fault that the other ones went off.
I'm in a
If-
dream. It's never going to leave my head. Like seeing that go down on that screen, even like if it was 1,000 miles away. Like if I could have done something different, if I know rationally I couldn't have done anything. It was someone else's responsibility to take care of that, and but what if?
It was out of our control, but we can at least ensure that that weapon doesn't get fired again in the future. We now know what we're up against. We have a better understanding of the lengths at which this enemy will go to.
Well, I'm concerned that now that we have this, what if we become just as bad at them because we have the capability to be so?
Then it's our duty as soldiers to make sure justice is upheld on both sides.
Civilians in that facility.
Hmm?
Maybe make sure they got safe, but they have civilians in their military facilities. That's so screwed.
They might have been unaware of what they were helping create. But that what's happened has happened. And all we could do is mourn the dead, pay respect, and ensure that it won't happen again. Sitting and thinking on it, and mulling over all the possibilities of what we could have done differently, it will inevitably just lead to insanity.
Part of me wishes something else would happen, so I don't have to think about this right now.
Why don't you go do something? Take your mind off it.
Because then I know I'm doing something for the sole purpose of taking my mind off of it, and then I'm thinking about it more. Then time I do anything, it feels like, oh, you're just doing this because you don't want to think about the elephant in the room.
This
Yeah,
motherfucker over
right.
here reverse psychologying his reverse psychology.
God damn.
Soap's over here like, sitting there like, I could just like throw a bag over her head, chuck her into the forest, and tell her to find her way back, and that'll definitely take her mind off of it. But that's also not the right answer.
Mortal peril is an answer to a lot of things.
Again, I'm just thinking this. So we'll look back and be like, well, is there anything you enjoy doing?
I used to enjoy doing a lot of things. I don't know how people do this whole soldiering thing. It feels wrong every time like I take a life. I know I'm doing it for like a cause that like ostensibly I believe in. Am I just here for revenge? Am I just here to like bring more pain to this world, to rob more children of their parents? Am I just
Yeah, sounds about right.
like, for context, my character is a war orphan.
Each people have their own reasons for being here, and not everyone is necessarily here to be killed. For example, we have medics whose purpose is to prevent the taking of a life. But if you can find a reason, or if you can't, that's up to you. If you choose to finish this endeavor in the war, that's your call, and I don't think anyone will think any less of you if you choose to. But as for taking of a life, as far as I can see it, it's nothing more than part of the natural ebb and flow of the world we live in.
I guess I just have to believe that doing what we're doing is going to spare more lives down the line. Standing by and doing nothing.
I don't necessarily agree with war itself. It seems like it's an endless cycle, an almost fruitless effort, but as far as I can tell, this war is the scale of unimaginable proportions, especially with the capabilities presented by the enemy. It far exceeds previous battles,
I don't
where the
even.
most damage can be done was by something of ancient origin like a dragon, not by man.
I consider myself pretty well learned. It's difficult to grasp even the politics of this fight.
Oh, the politics don't mean shit. This is nothing more than a resource money grab for land and territory, along with power and the eventual end, and the ability to rewrite history in the view of the winners. Why this war is being fought, I don't know. How it's gonna end, hopefully we'll be able to see.
Yeah.
But until then, we just have to make sure we can make it to the end.
Yeah. Suppose. Well, thanks for the pep talk, but I'm gonna go back to, or at least I'm gonna try to go more rest.
So we'll just get up, pick up Freddy, do a quick stretch, and just, maybe get some fresh air, check out the mountains. If you ever want, Cyclops and I have been heading up to do sniper training in the mornings. You're more than welcome to join us, albeit it is a little chilly.
She kind of makes herself get out of bed, and she'll walk over to the window and just kind of push it open, and then just climb out the window and just start walking in the direction, like just directly away from the building.
Okay. A few seconds after that happens, Quill appears at the door and just looks inside. He's like holding this book in his hand. He's just like looks confused as you're in the room, Soap, but Wrath is not.
Wrath's heading out for a minute. What's up, Quill?
He just kind of shrugs and then just kind of holds up the book. And you can see it looks to be a journal of sorts. And you can see on the name the specific name that's engraved in the leather is Silva Ironfang.
I'm gonna go over. Be like, is this? You know them?
In a child's voice, he says, Father.
Do you mind? And I'll gesture for the book.
He offers you the book.
I'm just gonna open up, and just look at the first entry.
Opening up to the first page is actually not words, but a sketch of what looks to be a dragonborn in paladin's like armor. Just some sort of portrait that was done of him into this book before he used it for himself.
Is this your dad? I'll point to the picture.
He gives you a nod. You can sense a very you can sense that he is sad about the mention of him, but at the same time, it doesn't seem to affect him. It's just like a slight mourning just by the mention of him.
I'll just slowly flip through the book.
Looking through it, you see multiple entries. You see, how in depth are you going? Are you just reading the first few words, quick skim?
Skimming the first sentences, middle, end.
Roll me a history just to see what specific things you'll end up grasping out of this.
I got. Let me see. Do I have the right modifier? Okay, I got a 15.
Okay, For the amount that you're able to, in the few minutes you kind of look through this, you can see you get an idea of the entries in this tell the story of someone who had lost everything and then because of it, in sheer desperation, found in the story you found a Kenku child that had been abandoned, which you guess to be Quill, and then attempted to redeem himself by raising this child and the hardships that he went through doing that, which included a short bit of adventuring with an adventuring party.
What is there? You
There
say
are-
that like I might know something.
There's a mention of some of the names that of these members of this party, as well as someone who had sacrificed themselves in a fight. The names of those that appear though a couple times as you're looking through, you see the name Calder. You see, let me just pull up the list because I need to see the party because this is referring to
me-
Scale Fate.
Tell me, my boy, the cards man is gonna be there.
You see the mention of someone named Calder. You see a mention of a undead Goliath by the name of Yotan. You see the mention of a monk by the name of Kosho. And you also see the name of Kellic mentioned, as well as the one who died and sacrificed himself in a fight against a lightning lich was Kellic.
I'm gonna see. Is it Calder? That was the monk.
No, Kosho. Sorry, Calder's not in there.
Kosho.
You do notice there is a name.
Calder got erased from existence.
Yes.
Thank you.
So it's not Calder. You see like a blurred name. It wouldn't be Calder. Now I'm remembering
like-
that. Yeah. You
like
see a name that
fucking
is like
enchanting
smudged.
language.
Yeah, it's like smudged, and it doesn't make sense to you.
Kosho. I'd see Kosho, and I go, oh, the traveling monk.
You also see
There's
Jabbers. I forgot about that as well.
Oh, Jabbers is on there. Oh, lovely. Oh, your dad had good company.
He gives a nod, and then in another random voice just says, "Enjoy reading."
These are tales from my home country. Or not necessarily tales from the home country. The party he traveled with were from my home country. But these are stories of you and him, correct?
He gives a nod.
He's a good man. I'm assuming just from skimming this and getting a general feel of him, his like attitude and all of that. The father is dead, correct?
He told you that when you guys were heading out during the last session.
Yeah. Okay.
He seems very optimistic, though. You can tell, like, going through this, like, he had a very tough childhood and upbringing. He is a very optimistic individual for someone who had been through so much shit.
I'll once I'm done reading it, just smiling and just like, for the life you were handed, you seem to have made out pretty well with it. I know you miss your dad, but as long as you still have these stories, I know you and others will remember him, and he'll continue to live on that way.
He gives you a nod, and then he taps this little amulet on his neck that you hadn't noticed before. And when he actually taps it, you notice this because it's a very subtle thing that happens. There's like very, very subtle like lightning arcing off of it when he touches it. And he just in a very like deep voice says the words with me.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm glad you have something to remember him by. On that note, oh yeah, the fox, I have him just stuffed into my shirt.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
Quill gives you kind of a nod and then kind of, takes the book back, kind of hugs it to his chest, and he goes to head down the hallway. And as this
Oh.
happens, you see Ghost turn the corner, like make his way
Get your
down the
ass back
corridor.
here, boy. Oh, I got rotated. No.
You don't know where he went.
Fuck you, I'll find him. You can't hide from me. I could scan this entire goddamn place. Motherfucker, you have the entire map visible. Oh look.
Yeah, I can see everything. Unlike you.
Yeah. That bastard. Oh.
The boss scare you?
What the fuck? My thing's all jacked up now.
Why are you upside down?
Nope. Dude, I don't
Yep.
know.
How did you get upside down? How did you rotate yourself?
Shift, baby.
You do know where his room is if you want to go there.
Where?
Here. I do need to put labels on these rooms, but here.
Bitch ass.
Are you just opening the door
It with that response too.
with that response? So when you open this door, you see him. He's sitting on the edge of his bed. His like kind of head. He's wearing his normal cloak that he usually wears, like when he's not in military attire. He's leaned forward, kind of slightly. He doesn't respond to you when you come in, and you do notice the tips of a few of his fingers are a crimson color.
Oh shit! What happened?
He kind of turns his head away from you and just says, he says, it's nothing.
I'm just gonna come in, close the door. Is that a chair or a bear trap?
That is a bear trap in the corner of the room. It's not open,
Is that a
but it's just
table I
there.
could sit on?
There's a chair right here. You can sit in the bear trap if you would like to, but you know.
That's a little risky. I don't know if I'm up for that.
You sit down though, and you see him. His head's kind of turned from you. You do see like what you can only assume to be probably a tear fall from him, as he's very composed for someone who's probably in tears at the moment. And you see him like wiping his fingers on the interior of his cloak, and he kind of, without looking towards you, kind of lets out a sigh and just says, I heard what Wrath said about the whole, well, all of this.
So we'll get very serious and kind of just lean back. And just pause for a moment. Just look back up, and he goes, "I know it's not your fault."
He shakes his head. He says, that's not true necessarily. I'm the reason we didn't make it in time to stop it. I got carried away in my own pursuit of vengeance, per se.
I'll just be looking at him and just. I'm not saying anything. Just giving him time to process, think before he says anything else.
He kind of sits there for a moment, and a few
Actually,
more tears fall.
I will pull out a joint and a cigarette and hold up the two of them and kind of just gesture for whichever one he wants.
So
While I'm doing this, I'll say
you know by
Huh?
his history with you, he's smoked cigarettes before, and
only
he's
when he's
never
stressed.
yeah he's never touched a joint before. This time though, however, he does take the joint from you.
When he does that, I'll take the cigarette and I'll just go. I find it's better to
Sorry.
talk about heavy matters with something in your system.
He flips out his own matchbox and like lights one of the matches and lights it up, taking a very very long pull from it. It feels like minutes go by as he does this. Like it is a very long pull before he lets out a long sigh. And you see him afterwards kind of reach up and pull off his hood, and you can see there are bits of fur missing from the back of his head, and there is scrapes and cuts. I assume he's probably been stressing out and like pulling at his own hair.
So self-inflicted.
Yes, because he's been freaking out about this because he's blaming himself for it.
If you want to, you could talk me through it. What happened?
He nods and he kind of pauses for a second, and then he tells pretty much everything that happened through the situation of them going in there and him spotting a certain individual that he remembers from a event that happened several years ago. He doesn't specify the event, but something that had happened to him several years ago. And his vision went red. And from there, he never heard. He doesn't. He explains he does not remember anything but pursuing this individual. And in the act of doing so, his team ended up getting locked out of a room that they needed to get into because he went in there first and accidentally set off the lockdown.
Hmm.
And as he gets like to the end of this, you see him kind of like he's visibly shaking, and he's looking at both of his hands as he's doing this, and he just he there's a long pause, and he just says, "It was almost like someone else was in control at the time. Like I was watching an animal at work. When I finally came to," he kind of looks towards you and just says, "I'd realize what I had caused for the rest of us."
Hmm. Um. Then. So Soap's just trying to figure out what to say. Her. He knows. He kind of knows what's going through his mind.
And yeah, around
No
this
one,
point,
no one, no one blames you for acting like that, or at least I don't, and I think anyone understands the situation you were in wouldn't either. Um, However, putting yourself in this state, it's not going to be any help to your team in the future.
he sighs. You kind of what the very little bit left of the joint you gave him by this point after he's like told the story, he kind of smothers. He like opens up a drawer and like smothers it into the drawer, and then just like kind of closes the drawer. And he just wipes his face for a second, kind of removing the any tears that remain, and just says, "I'll bounce back. This isn't the first time I've had something like this happen, and I'll be fine in a few days."
You need to take some self-care time. Same if you heard my talk with Wrath, then I'll tell you the same thing. Go do something you enjoy. Not necessarily to take your mind off of it, but just to reground yourself.
Kind of gives you a nod, and you see him, as you say this, kind of reach into a different drawer of his nightstand and pull out what looks to be it's a bandana of sorts to cover up the mess that he has kind of created in the backside of his head. And he kind of
Yeah.
lets out a weak chuckle to himself and just kind of says, "And to think this could have been avoided if I just didn't come your way to see if you wanted to go get a drink."
I'll still take you up on that offer to get a drink. However, you should know best of anyone here. If our situations were flipped, the individual who was in the shadows and that Wooden facility was there, I'd have done the same thing.
And gives you a nod. Says, "I know." With another long pause, he just kind of gets to his feet, kind of stretches a tiny bit, kind of throws his hood back up. Just says, "Even if it wasn't under good circumstances, I'm glad I found you that day."
Same here, brother. Same here.
Just says, "If you do want to get a drink, I know the others are probably heading out here in an hour or so to go into Dalcroft. Rick was talking about wanting to mess around down there for a bit, and we're just going to supervise him and make sure he doesn't do anything stupid."
Should I let the others know? Wrath is preoccupied at the moment.
It would probably be a good thing for everyone, but that's just me.
Alright. Well, you collect yourself. I'll go round up the troops. Literally.
Gives you a nod, and as you kind of go out the door and close it, just kind of like turning and looking out the window as you walk out.
Alright. I'll drop off the fox. Actually, no, fuck it. We're bringing Freddy with us. Freddy the boy. We just
I'm
need to
gonna
get Freddy his own stand. Get him the sun. Get him the sun, baby. No one else knows what we're talking about, Tyler.
Yeah, I know,
It's
100%. I was like,
unfortunate.
no, we're not, we're not doing
So
that.
sad.
What?
I'll keep the fox with me. Let everyone know. I'm gonna stop by the rabbit boy as well and pick up some more joints. This time I will exchange them for coin that I grabbed off. I think I grabbed it off a person's body.
Yes.
I don't know how I have it in my fucking inventory, but ugh.
You probably
Apologies.
you took it off of that civilian you killed. Oh, also as a note, thinking about it, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
What?
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
I don't like this. I'm scared. Hold up. That I got a 13.
you hear that voice come back into your head.
Oh fuck! Wait, I forgot about this.
You hear it say it like a few things that you don't understand, and then you hear it almost like a whisper in your head that just says, the only word you make out is, imagine yourself in an open field. And there's a moment that your vision kind of goes for a second and then comes back. And you're not entirely sure what it is.
I know what I'm gonna do after we go drinking.
Okay.
After I hit up the bunny boy as well, I'm gonna go see if I can find Wrath.
Okay.
Do I need to RP the bunny boy? Can we just say I pay
No,
him?
you
Okay.
you pay him and get your shit.
Alright,
Okay.
cool. Other people can do stuff. I'm gonna go take a piss.
So is anyone else have anything they want to do?
Come on, we need some RP. We've been doing good.
Or are you guys just gonna go join him at the bar? Or go get a drink in town.
Bar.
In Delcraft. In the lower city of Delcraft in particular.
Bar.
Bar. Okay, that's one bar.
Daddy needs a drink.
Daddy needs himself a big old Tinkerbell.
Brr.
Burr. Yeah.
I mean,
how you
I'm
feel?
doing something else, so.
You gonna stay here while they go and drink?
I'm doing stuff.
What are you doing? Is it the one thing you were telling me before?
I'm trying to investigate.
Oh yeah, let me jump to yours real quick. You have heard, so I will say, one of the things that you've gotten, you have a small mystery of I'm trying to think of the words I'm looking for. It is a
Mystery of who has the biggest cock.
no. And I
Oh.
really want to make a joke I saw in a movie once, but wouldn't be appropriate here.
No, you didn't.
What?
You didn't
Huh?
hear it in a movie once.
Well, I just feel like I have to say it. I don't want
What
to,
movie?
but
What are we having to say? Are we gonna say the word? Are we gonna say it together? Oh my god.
no, I was gonna make the joke. The blue whale has the second largest dick in the world.
Did you know
I have
that
the
they
first.
they invert the I'm not gonna say it, but they invert it and use that. They dry it out, like
Okay.
skin it, dry it out, and they use it as an interior, like a luxury interior for cars. It takes about 2 of them to completely coat the inside of an SUV.
Why are we talking about?
I didn't. This is not what I wanted, but here we are.
I'm not saying anything. I didn't say what it
No,
was.
you're
They could
definitely
just be using.
you can't say I'm not saying
You
anything.
gaslight us into thinking that you didn't say anything.
You can't just do that, bro. That's not how this fucking works.
It was originally inspired by the Playboy aristocrat.
What the fuck?
He had a bar stool seat made out of sperm whale foreskin. That's crazy.
This is information I never wanted to know and didn't need to know, and yet
You
Here
learn
we
more
are.
from us in these D&D sessions than you probably do in school.
It's $1 million SUV.
I should not be learning these things in D&D, but as I said before, here we are.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, as
Bro,
a note,
imagine the smell in the summer when it gets hot. That must be foul.
Oh my god, stop.
Stop. You dumb bitch, by the way.
Shut up.
As
You
a,
hear
as a,
that, Cat?
You hearing this chat? This is
yeah,
crazy.
go back to your room real quick. I've done something while you were on your little rambling.
Fuck you mean.
Go back to your room real quick. I'm getting the next scene set up.
Let's go. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Kenzie. I yelled. Let's go. Look at my little boy, my little man.
I've made his day.
I'm
That's all it
putting him
took.
on the bed.
That's
I'm
all
so
it took, chat. That's
I'm
all it
so
took.
happy.
That's all it took. It's just that easy. It's just that
It's
easy,
the
chat.
small things in life.
It's just that easy. Okay. So the lot of you remind me all who's going. Do you go and find Wrath to go try to bring her with you?
Oh yeah. I thought I had done that.
Okay, I'll say yeah. So everyone goes with you except for Blackstone. Blackstone. Now that the words are coming back to me.
Blackstone.
Blackstone, you are
Whoa.
informed about a someone had stolen something from someone, a very important family heirloom of sorts.
How fucking dare they?
And you have been hired to find such said heirloom. And the information you were given indicates that whoever took this heirloom, there's a chance of they hang out in a select number of places, or they have been seen in a select number of places within the Mechanical Heart District of Hillcraft. Which
Crap.
you unknowingly are going to the same place the rest of the party is.
Wow.
Wow. So let me get everyone's tokens set up real quick.
Funny how that works out.
Anthony, are you joining them at the bar? Big bug man.
What's the bar?
It would be going to Delcraft and going to a local like public tavern.
Mm, no.
Why?
Okay. The rest of you, real quick. Let's take a 2-minute break. I have to pee really, really bad. Take 2 minutes. Only 2 minutes. Let's not take 20 minutes like we did last time. Take a quick break. Use the bathroom. Do what you need to do, and then be back.
Beast. Bathroom time.
I just thought about it. I should make a screen that for these whenever we do the bathroom break. It's just like having technical difficulties type screen, and it plays the little song that they always play with it. Or get I can't think of, no, not just like a high pitched like screaming noise.
Why not?
Because I think that would scare people away if we haven't already done that. But that would scare people away.
Scared people away.
Yeah, if we haven't done it, that will do it. Maybe Rob can make something, or my brother. I'll see. Just be like, hey Rob, I got a proposal for you. Make this cool thing for me. Be like,
Okay.
he'd probably say okay, to be completely honest.
Oh, fuck you say?
Anywhom, those of you that are going to the bar, I need to drag each
Ah.
of you here.
I'm so confused.
You know what? I'm just gonna drive everyone to the tavern.
What are you confused about?
The fitness gram pacer test.
Is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test.
Dude, what the fuck is this?
What is what?
Oh, I don't like the sounds. Oh. No.
What sounds are you
Weird.
speaking of?
He's watching
This.
more fucked
This
up videos.
sounds.
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear that?
This sound as he moves his microphone and nothing plays.
Oh,
that
I'm so mad.
heard,
Fuck it. All right, you know y'all talking shit. So now it's getting sent to the Discord. Don't blame me for seeing whatever the fuck this monstrosity is.
I'm not opening that because it's Instagram. So
Yeah, same, honestly.
It's not a video. Oh, that one's a video of someone getting
Well,
murdered.
90% of the time, you need to be logged on anyway, and I don't have an Instagram account and never will. So
I just don't want to log into my Instagram account anymore. Anywho, the four of you, because Quill ends up joining you all.
Let's go.
The four of you. As
Wait, I
well
didn't find
as
Wrath.
Wrath is with you. Anthony
Oh, I
didn't
did
join
find
you,
Wrath.
and Blackstone is not here.
Oh.
yeah, I'm a nerd.
And some of the rest of Crimson is already in the tavern. There, I have properly done the thing I needed to do. But you all can see the tavern. You can see it's very busy tonight. Blackstone, given your tip of where you might find a said culprit, you have found yourself in the back alleyway behind this tavern as well.
Oh, we're in the tavern now.
Why are we in the back alley?
You aren't. You're in the front. You're in the street.
Yeah, this is
Who
the front
ended
door.
up in the back alley?
Blackstone.
What the fuck?
What do you mean, what the fuck?
Why are you creeping, bro?
It's my job.
But Ghost and Gale make their way to the front
Oh.
door, both pushing inside. Seeing the others, greeting them before going to their own table. Once Gale sits down, Ghost, he's just, oh god, they're stuck together. There you go.
Oh my god, they're twinning.
Gale goes over to the bar and to get a drink for Ghost, who's sitting at the table, kind of head down slightly.
It says, "Hello, welcome to the bar."
What? Get out from get out from behind the civilian.
How can I help you? What would you like?
I don't like this game. Get out of there.
I don't know what you speak of. My name is Soap. Welcome to the bar. Spin.
Get out from behind the civilian.
He's already drunk.
He's already
drank
drunk.
yet.
Hasn't even started yet. He's already drunk.
Why are there midgets?
They're smaller people.
They're
We
midgets.
We have halflings, dwarves, and gnomes.
Oh, I forgot. We have other races in this world.
Who are these short fuck?
God.
That's gonna be the end of the night.
Well,
Like,
the
why are there
stream just-
fucking kids in here?
I'm a 38-year-old man.
Good lord.
Damn, they grow up so fast.
Bro, look at the size. I'm just gonna go over to one of them by the end of the night, just point, like, look at Cyclops and be like, look at the size of this fucking baby.
But
Fucking A.
so all of you get into the bar. Quill is also coming in. I forgot to make Quill come in. Quill is going to sit down.
I'm gonna
at
look
the
over
table.
at Ra and be like, hey, old man, what you drinking?
Shout that across the bar.
Yeah, I'm looking at homie who's sitting at a table.
Raw, you're being yelled at. You might be muted.
He might be.
Damn it, Raw.
Oh no, I'm chilling at this table back here.
I'm shouting at you. What you drinking?
Oh, I didn't hear you. My bad. I've been trying to train my eyes by blocking my ears.
I've gone deaf for the ability of sight.
I've been
It's a heavenly pact I'm trying to bond.
You got a heavenly restriction put on you.
Yeah, I'm blind.
Is there an
But I
anime that
don't
someone
miss
did that?
shots.
Is there an anime that someone went blind and gained hearing, so then they took their hearing and now
Yeah,
they
it's
could
called
just sense everything?
Daredevil.
No, it's a different one.
Daredevil? Daredevil? I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's called Daredevil. Yeah, sure. Yeah. He shouts at you though. He asks you what you want to drink.
I'll come over to the table or to the bar just to see the menu. There better be a menu.
You can see a selection of different on the shelves behind the individual right over here. You see various bourbons, ales, or not ales, bourbons, whiskeys. There is a selection of rum as well, and gins, and spirits. There's a lot of shit. Anything you can think of, it's probably there, or some variation of it is there.
I'm actually going to send you this real quick.
Oh, that's never a
and
good
then-
thing.
No, it is. And then I will and then I will roll a D100 and we'll see what I order.
Are we doing a caroused roll?
I'm sorry, what's happening?
He is rolling a D100 to see what drink he gets out of this.
Out of what?
Some of
69.
these-
Hilarious. Nice.
Some of these are a little.
Oh shit, dude! I'm gonna roll as well.
This isn't a magical tavern, by the way.
No, but we don't have to give all that stuff. Just basically what it is.
All right, I got a 57.
Oh,
what the fuck
so
is that?
what you're telling me is the drink you order is just the name of this. It doesn't give you any other effects. It's just the name of it.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
just a
Okay.
name.
Okay, so
All right,
ask the bartender
got-
what you want to drink. You see Gale get 2 ales and walk over to Ghost and take him to Ghost.
I walk up to the bar and I order our thoughts and prayers. It's a brandy.
Yes, the dude gives you a look and he kind of gives like a smirk, and as he does that, he kind of turns and you can hear him just say, "I haven't heard anyone ask for this in a long time," and he starts mixing stuff.
if Tyler, I got a question.
Yes,
All right,
what's
because
your
I got
question?
57, which is Will of the Whiskey, which is a whiskey with a
It's
minor
just a whiskey.
hallucination.
No,
It's a
It's
whiskey
just-
with a
it's
minor
just-
hallucinogenic effect. Would they be able to do that?
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
it starts with a tiny tingling light in the corner of your eyes and ends with a shining orb of light a few
All
yards
right,
away.
I've been rolling good all night. This is gonna deter.
Sounds like he didn't.
I got a 7.
The whispers from earlier come back.
Oh fuck! Find the meadow, boy.
You hear more of the whispering, and then
Soap
you
is
hear it.
downing this drink, and then instantly just glazed over look. Just
Yeah, you as you take the drink and you drink it, you hear the words from it saying, you hear it say, "Listen to the sound of my voice. Imagine yourself in an open field." And then there's a long pause and you start hearing your heartbeat in your ear. And then you hear, "Do you hear your heartbeat? Is it steady?" And when it asks
Yeah,
that, your heart rate increases.
I'm a pay for my drink and then leave. Just actually,
Alright.
I don't know if I don't. Yeah, I'll pay. I'll pay.
Is there a specific goal in mind, or are you just kind of running?
I'm finding the nearest open field.
We'll get to you in a minute. Um,
Roses are red. No weapons against me will prosper. With this sacred treasure, I summon Big Raga, the Opstopper.
The Apostapa.
oh my god. The last two of you that are at the bar. Okay, well, I guess one of you got a drink. Wrath, is there anything you would like to get in particular?
No,
Take that as
I'll
no.
get something. I'll get something for her.
No, I'll put water on.
Too late.
All
I've
right.
already bought it for you.
No, you buy it
It-
for Quill. You can buy it for Quill. Quill hasn't had a drink yet.
All right, cool. The Tinkerer's tincture.
All right. Yeah, you order whatever that is. And if you guys want to move to your table, because Quill is holding a table over here, you can go do that. Blackstone, you arrived at the back door of the tavern.
Oh, I was gonna say real quick. The closest person to me was Ra, so he would just hear me muttering after I finished the drink. Just, I gotta find the meadows. My heart. Do I hear it?
I'm
The
deaf.
meadows, and then I'm just walking out. Maybe even Wrath would hear me because Wrath is up there.
Yeah, they were
Gug,
next
my
to you. They
ears
both
are-
heard you.
Yeah, essentially I'd finish this drink, pay, I'd start mumbling, and then just dip.
I will make a note. When you started hearing the voices too, you did notice at the corner of the bar, there was 4 members of Purge Company sitting there, and specifically one of them was watching you, which was Wolf. Wolf was watching you walk out and was giving like an odd look at you as you were like rushing out of there.
Yeah, just rushing out mumbling.
But now we'll jump to Blackstone after everyone has gotten their drinks. Blackstone, you find yourself at the back door of the tavern. The door appears to be unlocked.
The back door of the tavern is unlocked?
Yes.
I mean, a lot of places back doors are. I'm not too surprised about that.
There's like trash cans like near the back door. Like you're like, oh, someone dumped trash. They dumped trash out here. It's unlocked. It's whatever. People go back there all the time to puke too, because you do in this back alley. There is a stench of like garbage and like vomit.
Tavern. Not surprised.
Yeah, back of a tavern. This is what you smell.
All right. So what exactly brought me to the back door? Right.
You were following a lead about stuff happening in the back alley behind this tavern, and that someone often hangs out here. They don't have an ID for them, but they do note that the individual has a tattoo around their on their arm of a dragon.
Well, knowing this, I sure as fuck hope I'm not just lollygagging out in the middle of the damn alley. Like, he's just like, oh, hey, where's this guy with the dragon tattoo?
You ended up back there.
Dragon. Imagine dragon.
I'm so
I
happy he got
love
cut
how-
off halfway. I'm so
I was-
happy he got cut off.
I was about to say, perfect fucking timing on that cut.
That was awesome.
All right.
And so I will make a note too, as a private investigator with this too, you weren't necessarily requested to arrest the individual. It was more of get the heirloom back. They don't really care about the individual. They just want the heirloom back.
Makes sense. All right. So,
Wait, say
what
that
I'm
again, sorry.
thinking-
Oh.
What I'm thinking is obviously if they hang out here, right? Obviously standing out in the middle of nowhere is gonna get me spotted pretty easy, right?
Yes.
So
You
don't
you
do
are
that.
also all dressed in civilian clothing. You may have your firearm on you just because as a investigator you probably had it with you before. The rest of you would not have your gear with you at all. You would just be in civilian
what I
clothing
figured.
out in public.
Yeah, I figured.
But yes,
Sounds
Blackstone.
about right. Sounds about right. So, I'm gonna walk up, right, to the back door because obviously I'm already back there, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk in, but as I'm walking in, I'm gonna take note of any like balconies or anything that I could possibly get a good angle on the majority of the alleyway from.
There are upstairs. You've actually been to this inn before, or this tavern. There are rooms upstairs that are, you can rent them for the night. The only issue is you would have to rent one of these rooms to get into it.
Oh, big whoop! I can just put this on the expense for the lost item.
Yeah.
I can write it off. I can write it off. Write it off as a business expense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take note of the one room that'll give me the best angle, I think, for where I might be able to find this guy, or at least the majority of the alleyway. And then I'm gonna go see if I can't book that specific room. I'm gonna walk in through the back door, like a fucking mook. Like a fucking weirdo. I'm walking in through the back door.
You have the map. Do your thing.
Oh god. Here we go. I gotta actually pull up the thing. Where's this the doorway? Okay. So
Yeah,
I'm
I put you directly in front of it.
Alright.
It swings shut behind you after you come in.
Excellent. I'm just gonna peek this door. What's back here?
Kitchen. It even was
Ugh.
labeled on the door. It just says kitchen.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna peek this corner. Hey, that's the main spot, right?
Yep, that's the main area. And these are all
Alright.
bathrooms. A baño.
Alright. I'm gonna see if I can't walk out this way and not look fucking suspicious as I do it, just walking in through the back like that.
Would you like to roll a perception check, or would you like to just have your passive work?
Passive perception?
Yes.
Or passive like stealth. Okay, perception. No, I'm gonna do an active here, right?
Okay.
Hi-ya!
And if you want to be stealthy, roll a stealth check as well to blend in.
I don't want to move this. I just want to show you that's kecked as all hell. So I'm just gonna.
Oh, is it
gonna
all just
re-roll
like
it.
balancing on the wire? I've done that.
It was cattywampus is all hell. All right, so we got. Where is my perception? It doesn't tell me. I'm blind. Perception +8. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24.
24. Okay. Looking around the tavern, you see all sorts of individuals, as well as directly to your left, you see 4 members of Purge Company. You can see Crimson Company is here as well. They've already seemed to have sat down, and you see members of your own squad here as well. 2 of which are at the bar currently getting their drinks. You see Quill is off at a table by himself. You don't see Soap anywhere. Antony's not here. And then you notice,
everyone's out.
yeah, you notice on the very, very far side of the bar, you can see members of Spark Company, as well as a few other random soldiers here and there within this place. With the 24 as well, I will make a note. There are two very... There are 3 people right here that seem to be suspicious. They're acting weird. 2 of them are talking with their backs to each other. You're pretty sure you saw one of them pass something to another. You know what? I'm gonna roll something to see if you notice this. Yeah. You would notice as well. These individuals are very tatted up. You don't necessarily see a dragon in particular, but you do see that they have... all of these guys have tattoos of some sort on them. It looks to be a human, an elf, and a halfling that are all sitting in this area.
Is that their child?
This is the halfling.
Did I hear the
I-
kid speaking back?
Whoops. It's a
I'm
halfling.
sorry. I had to.
I know.
I had to.
This
Yeah,
is
you
a
gotta
human.
do it. I'm not there, so I can't
This is an
insult
elf.
the midgets.
All
Oh,
right. So
is he a high elf? Because he looks pretty short.
Not answering that question. Anywho.
ooh, that made me angry. Anyway, just comments that just make you seethe with anger.
I saw red for 3 seconds, I swear to God.
Yeah.
And of all the comments, that was one of them. Let me tell you.
We lost all of our viewership because of that one comment. Congrats.
Alright,
He
so-
saw red, but not the top of the cabinet. I get it, because he's short. I'm gonna go now.
Ooh. You're causing me physical pain. Stop.
Yeah, let me see them hand clench on the Discord video.
Okay.
Oh, Kenzie's now looking at me. Did you hear me talk? Oh, look at that.
Stop messing with the doors that you're not near.
Alright. So, I'm gonna get a closer look at these individuals, right? But I'm gonna do it in the most nonchalant way possible. I'm gonna make it look like I'm kind of just looking around the tavern, coming over to say hi to the other group and some of the guard. Maybe I saw these guards before. I'm gonna, hey yo, what's up? How you doing? What's going on? And then, yeah, well, how was the last mission? How'd that go? Shit like that.
Okay.
But I'm obviously gonna get like, close to this guy up here. Make it look like I'm looking around the tavern, like I said.
So you want to talk
No,
to
no, yeah, I haven't been to this place before. It's pretty nice.
Are you saying something to Bull?
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm talking to these guys and these guys. I'm like trying to make small talk while quote unquote looking around at the tavern.
I'm gonna roll a percentage die. Because one of those people at that table is not very. Oh no. Oh no. You turn to talk to them. You see Wolf here in particular. Does not look happy, and there's a slight bit of transformation occurring because you know he is a lycanthrope.
Is he mad at me in sight?
Um, you would know based on what you've been told about this squad. He does not play well with others that he's not well acquainted with, which is none of the other squads. He's only acquainted with his own squad.
Damn, bro.
You. Bull just kind of gives you a dirty look. Wrench doesn't really say anything. He just looks a bit nervous, and you can see Siren, this is all their call signs. Siren is like whispering to Wolf, trying to calm him down.
Just from me saying hi?
He has killed people for less. This is what you know.
God, what an asshole.
Nobody likes Wolf. He's just an asset, so they don't get rid of him.
Understandable.
Great. He's an asset. Great asset to the company.
He doesn't see it, but okay. Well, I'm going to keep
you clenching your
going
fist
as if-
again.
Anyway. I'm just gonna keep walking as if it were like a passing hello, right? Talk to these guys. Obviously, again, I'm not trying to talk to these people. I'm trying to get a closer look at these guys the entire time.
Roll a performance check with advantage because you are utilizing stuff that makes sense in a tavern.
Damn. It's
Damn.
12. No. No, I'm sorry. It was a 10. I'm dumb. I was looking at the wrong thing.
This guy kind of watches you a little bit. Eventually, just kind of like shrugs you off because you notice like him start looking at someone else's. This individual who's sitting alone just kind of walks over to the bar and he watches them for a second.
Watches them?
Yeah, like he was watching you for a minute and then he turned his attention to someone else moving across the bar. So he's being vigilant. He didn't notice you doing weird shit.
Cool. So I'm gonna make my way up to the barkeep, right? And I'm gonna try and rent that one specific room.
Okay. I will roll a percentage die to see if you can actually get that room. All right. What are you saying when you approach him?
How would I assure that I get the room that I need?
Let's do some
Well,
RP.
how high is it? All right. How high is the building?
It's 2 stories.
And where's the staircase?
Over here.
All right. So when I was out in the alley, right?
Yeah.
What floor and side was the room that I picked out?
Going up those stairs, the ones that are like on the wall you would be facing the moment you get to the top of the stairs. So the back wall essentially is the rooms, and it's any of those rooms works.
Oh, okay. So as long as I get like the second or third floor.
The second floor, because there's no third.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would probably have a badge for my private investigating, right?
Yes. And it's more of it doesn't necessarily give you authority to go place it. It's more of like a justification, if that makes sense.
Well, what are the odds that I'm going to try and use it for exactly that?
I'm just letting you know.
I'm gonna take my badge and a couple bills, right? Obviously, because I'm paying for the room. I'm gonna slide it over towards them. I'm gonna mouth, pretend like the badge isn't there, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, I'm looking to rent a room, preferably one along the back wall there, against the alley."
It gives you a nod. He takes the bills that you offer him, and kind of like very subtly gestures to put away the badge.
Which I
And,
do as slyly as possible, opposite the
yes.
side of my body that these boys are on.
He says, it would be 5 silver.
How much silver did I give him?
You would have probably given him like a gold piece worth.
Oh, easy.
So, and he kind of like looks back at it and goes, "This should probably do."
I give him a little thumbs up. I go, all right, whenever I can get the key then.
And he pauses for a moment and says, "I'll be right with you in a moment." And he goes in here. This walks in. He walks off for a minute. It's quiet for a few seconds. Then
I'm gonna lean
door
up against
opens.
the back of the bar, and once he starts walking away, and give another good long glance along the tavern. What are these guys doing?
This one's still being vigilant. This one is saying something as he's he's looking at something in his hands that's kind of like hidden away. He's got something like cupped in his hands that he's like talking.
Communication device. Maybe.
Well, he's not near it. he's like leaned up. You know, they're both back to back, like backs pressed against each other. He is looking down at something in his hands that's hidden away, something that's small enough to conceal within his hands by cupping them. And the dude behind him is simply just watching over the bar.
Would I be able to get a nice, good, long look at what they're doing, and insight on what they're saying without giving myself away?
I'll let you roll investigation if you'd like.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get it in the frame this time. I am sorry about that.
What did you do?
Look at it.
Isn't that 20?
That is a natural 20.
It is. Wow, you've gotten a natural 20. All right. Yeah,
I
it's
tell you, man, the fucking this dice is insane.
as you kind of hear the door, to the kitchen reopen again. You do notice the two individuals, talking to each other, and it sounds like they're talking about the one that you can see like his face clearly mentioned something about how much do you think it's worth? And the guy behind him seems to like mutter a few things, and there's a brief moment you can see something shiny within his hands, as well as with that natural 20, a very particular tattoo of a creature upon his wrist. Dragon, to be exact. It's just that
I
easy.
got a lot of backup. Do I just walk up and go, "You're under arrest"?
Is that what you would like to do? I just realized I put the same tile down twice for one of the
No,
characters.
it's not what I would like to do, right? What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the key from the boy, thank him for his service. I'm gonna kind of scoot my way down here, keeping an eye, obviously, on these boys over here, right? Obvious.
Yeah.
What is this guy doing? I'm actually kind of curious.
This one that just went back, he was getting a drink. He was there for a really long time just talking to this bartender. And then as you walked by, he was grabbing his he had like an ale in one hand and like a whiskey old fashioned in the other.
Chad mixing drinks.
He's drinking by himself. It's a very like older man. Like the dude's probably seen some shit.
I'm gonna order a drink, right? Something simple. Well, fuck it, I'll even roll on the D100 thing here.
Sure, roll a D100 to see what you decide to drink.
42.
What does that mean? 42.
It's the meaning of life.
No,
it's the meaning of the universe, actually.
It is
Petralius wine.
Yes. All right. Yeah, you are given this very
expensive
wine that is served as a singular droplet.
We're not using the details. We're just using the name for this because it sounds funny. You are given though a very, very fine wine. And it's given to you in not quite a tankard because they usually only just have the tankards here. They have something a little smaller for it. But he hands you that very refined drink, if anything.
Space. I'm gonna make my way over here to the other side of the bar where I see my guys. Keep it a nice long. At this point, I'm just trying to monitor these guys' movements. If they move, I want to be on top of it.
Yeah.
I'm a skip over here. I'm gonna scoot in and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Quill gives you kind of a almost a closed-eyed smile and this like happy chirp.
My boy. The best boy.
Yeah.
I lean way over to with my fist out to give him a fist bump. I gotta.
He
Oh,
accepts
boy.
it. And he
Space,
does
space,
the
space.
you remember the gesture that they make in like Big Hero 6 where they hit it and it's like they just kind of like the
Oh my!
jellyfish
Are
type
you
hand
talking
thing.
about the fucking
Wah,
rocket
wah,
power
wah,
woogity
wah,
woogity woogity?
wah. Wah, 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 wah. He doesn't make that noise, but he does the hand gesture of it. I'm just like
They're doing the fucking rocket power woogity woogity woogity.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my fucking god! That was a throwback. Oh my god.
Quill is the
Alright,
best.
So yeah, no, I'm absolutely fucking doing it. Woo!
Here's a note
Hell
that
yeah.
people may have not figured out by this point. I give Kenkus the best personality because I love Kenkus.
They're adorable. I mean, look at him. How can you dislike him? The
It's got
boy.
an awesome profile picture too. Not gonna lie, a
So
truly awesome picture.
so I'm obviously gonna drop my voice and gesture to the not obviously I can gesture to like the back corner here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not trying to make it obvious at all. Obviously. But I'm gonna gesture towards the far back corner and be like, guys over there I'm looking into. Trying to keep it on the down low. I'm kinda glad you guys are here. This makes it really easy.
He makes like a very low kind of like trill sort of noise, and then he makes a gesture of like stabbing with a knife.
Cut the throat? Gouge eyes out?
Yeah, he's kind of like
Well,
making like a knife gesturing motion, like you.
Time to practice my stabbing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're having a good time.
As am I, and I admit the entire time I'm like slowly, like gently, ever so slightly shaking my head.
Quill just kind of shrugs.
I actually have a necklace, right? I'm gonna reach up and I'm gonna tap it, and I'm gonna point like in their direction, like through my body.
Hmm?
To
Mhm.
kind of, I'm doing my best to signal that they have something of value.
I'm gonna roll something and see if
But do it like
Quill
stealthily.
understands.
Are,
Yeah, Quill understands.
Base.
are we robbing the place?
No.
Quill gives you a
I've
look
been
like,
sitting.
So
How did
hopefully
you-
you would have been paying attention from when I sat down. So I sat down, mouthed gently that I was paying attention to these guys way down in the bottom left corner,
Uh-huh.
and Miss Quill here was like, time to stab, and I said no, they have something, by tapping on my necklace and then pointing at them.
while you're doing this explanation, you can see Quill just like finishing his drink, like leaned back in his seat, like head tilted all the way back.
Damn.
Finishing whatever's in his tankard.
It's like a young man trying to get drunk. Purposefully.
Just kind of slams down the tankard once he's done and just like lets out a belch.
I tilt my glass towards him, go amen, brother, and I take a big chug of mine.
As I finished my drink, put it down on the table, and I kind of like lean in, I just like kind of put my arms on the table, hand on my chin, like kind of covering my mouth or my beak. I guess you could call it. It's a beak. I'm a bird.
Sorry.
And I'm like,
Oh, motherfucker.
I'm gonna need you to point again. I can't see too well.
I'm extremely farsighted. I need you to point again as he puts on big glasses.
The sniper is farsighted.
Well, I use a lens. I use a lens, and that's how I'm able to see. And if I don't have my gun, I can't see.
It all makes
It's just
sense
it.
now. I'm
It's
legally
just
blind.
it. I'm legally blind.
He reads
So
books
that's why
through
you always fail the pistol qual.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
can't pass the pistol qual, but he can land a shot at 500 feet.
Yeah.
Easy. I'm sorry. I can't make it out too obvious. I'm sure they're already kind of on to me.
Fine. All right. Whatever.
Just look in the far back corner behind the far back corner.
And like way over here, as I like just straight up stand up and start pointing.
So what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, bro, sit down. What the fuck are you doing?
Say, bro, don't worry. This place is busy.
Yeah, but we're
And I'm
talking about,
assuming
like-
I'm assuming it's like standard tavern noises. Like it's relatively
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's just
yeah.
voices
Nobody saw me.
everywhere.
Nobody cares. All right. It's we're at a bar.
I'm looking. Did they care?
No. You're far enough behind a bunch of people that you wouldn't have been noticed. Quill goes over to the
Damn,
bar
okay.
though.
I look back and I go, yeah, well, that's not the point. I'm all like huffed now. I gotta like angrily put my drink on the table and cross my arms. Yeah, well, it's not the point.
I will say you will notice Quill as he goes up to the counter. It's like a little kid at like the ticket booth of like an arcade or something. He's like barely able to get over the counter, and he's like pointing to one of the drinks in the back, like on the shelf or whatever.
Jesus fucking Christ! It's too. This man's like 30, bro. Why don't
What's
I
your-
want to take him home and give him chocolate milk and sit him down in front of a TV?
Because that's what you do with any Kenku you find. That and a kobold. They're the two most adorable races in D&D.
True.
So, as you guys continue to discuss, Quill comes back. Another very large tankard of stuff. Takes a large swig of it.
Again, I pick up my drink and say, amen, brother. And I tilt my drink back. Alright. So I commence small talk.
Okay.
I activate my small talk protocol as I wait for these boys to move.
Okay.
It really is just gonna be like stupid small talk. How's the kids? What's your plans after the military? Going back, getting drinks and shit.
Several minutes go by. If you guys would like to RP this real quick, you can, actually. If you don't, I will move on to the next thing.
Cool. Move on.
I requested
Okay.
access.
Oh, did I not send that? My bad.
Request
So
access.
several
That's for
minutes
someone else.
pass. You see the one individual walk this way.
Which
disappear back
individual?
here.
Is that the one with the the possible creature on his wrist?
Yes.
I immediately drop everything, right? As
Yes.
soon as he stands up and starts walking, I immediately stop everything. Like, mid conversation. Serious face, put my drink down and go, I'll be right back. And I start making my way as quickly, like, I'm essentially running, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not. Right? And I'm like going fast.
Like
Trying to get up
Sanic.
these stairs to my room.
Okay. Let's do this for the time being, just to represent you going upstairs, make you invisible just for the time. You get up there, you open the door, get inside. Looking into the back alleyway, you get up there right as the halfling individual that was at the table walks out and lights up a cigar. He's just standing back there smoking. You do not see the other one.
Damn, he must have gone quick. Fuck. The flask of many drinks. Get out of
Don't worry
here.
about it. Shh, 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 shh.
What are you guys
Um,
whispering about? Stop that.
Stop it. This is my D&D game. I hear all whispering.
Yes.
So he's the dragon guy is nowhere to be seen at all.
Yes, but his accomplice is outside. Or at least the person you think is an accomplice.
What the fuck? And there's not even like a sign he walked outside.
No.
He could be in the bathroom.
Oh no.
Who is he looking for?
What a individual that has, as he's
Oh,
been
never mind.
reported to, has a family heirloom of someone's.
Damn, that's
Um,
crazy.
Yeah, human man.
Is he by the meadows by any chance?
No, we'll get to you in a minute.
Oh, I ain't worried. You take your
yeah.
time.
What would you like to do, Blackstone? You rushed upstairs and don't see anything.
Hmm. There's not like a balcony or anything that I can climb out onto, is there?
No, you could go out the window.
I mean, yeah, I could go out the window, but there's the fucking gnome guy right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the door, right, to just for sake, is like way over here, and I'm where? Like way over here?
No, your room is like right here. Like
Oh
this is where
damn!
the
So
window
I'm
is.
like,
You can see him fairly well. Like you have a good view of this area.
but I can't see this way at all.
Which way?
Up the other way.
You can see up there as well. It's not as well, but like you can see up there.
Frig. Frig. Shiitake mushrooms. All right. This is gonna sound weird, but just for the sake of making sure I can possibly do the right thing, I'd like to roll an investigation to see what the investigator in me would do.
Sure, I'll let you do that. What'd you roll?
My fucking brain just like shut down. I rolled.
I
picked it up.
heard. I could hear the window shut down noise.
I rolled it. I picked it up, and my brain shut down like right away. And I was just rolling the dice in my hand, and I forgot what the fucking number.
What you're telling me is your brain. That's what your brain
Yeah,
just did.
yeah, no. Brain left the chat. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna keep it there. It's an 11
Plus
Right. plus 9 was a 20.
20,
Dirty
dirty
20.
20. Your guess? He probably went to spring a leak, or he's taking a shit. Based on what you can deduct, his friend's outside waiting for him because that's why he's out there smoking a cigar. You haven't seen the other one. You don't know if he's left the tavern or not, the other one they were talking to. And you haven't seen any signs of the human. So he's probably still here.
I want to wait to see if the gnome walks back inside after Schmonk.
Okay. I'm going to roll a percentage die. That's a scary percentage.
Mm.
All right. Here, this is what I'm going to do. Actually, I can just do this for you. We're going to put this here just because this is pretty much... So can you see through with the arcane eye? Did it just give you visibility? I just dropped
I
it.
can.
Okay. You looking out the window, you can see the gnome, whatever. You see the door open, or at least you see lights coming through, and you see the gnome kind of moved over here a little bit. You see Quill kind of step out for a minute, kind of very drunken walk type deal. I don't know if the rest of you saw Quill just walk off. You can see him, muttering to himself, and he, stumbles over towards the gnome. Him and this gnome are like roughly the same height too. Or not gnome,
He just
halfling are
starts
roughly the same
making out
height.
with the gnome.
He just starts, making all of just like saying all these random things. Like you can hear him in like various voices talking. None of it's coherent.
This guy must be having like a existential crisis listening to this tiny bird.
He just like hears it. And I'm gonna roll checks real quick. Okay, that's the first one. You watch as Quill, looking very drunk, kind of like saunters over to him and like places a hand on the dude. And within a flash, and I say this in the most literal way, there is a flash of white as this happens, like almost like lightning struck. But you're underground, so there's no way lightning struck because this part of the city is underground. You see he has the gnome or the halfling pinned to the ground with the eldritch knife to his neck, and in different voices is demanding things from this gnome. He doesn't look drunk anymore.
Demanding things?
Like you can't make out the words he's saying specifically. He is. What languages do you speak?
I don't think we actually went over my language. Sylvan? Common and Sylvan?
Okay, yeah. Whatever you set up is what you would have as your languages. So Common and Sylvan. I'll say you recognize the languages he's speaking when he says various things. You hear him say things in Draconic. You hear phrases in Elvish. You hear phrases in Undercommon.
Fucking going, bro.
And you also hear him demand information in Common. It's weird though, because it's in a little girl's voice. So it's really creepy. It's like a young girl's voice just demanding information.
This gnome is having like the weirdest fucking experience.
And you do hear the gnome just start like the cigar has disappeared. It's somewhere in this alleyway. The gnome is freaking out. You can see that the gnome's hair is burnt. There are like slight burn marks on his face, and he's just freaking out. Like electrical burn marks in particular.
What is this guy doing?
Also had to make the
I'm-
note of. I had to do
So
this as well.
I'm going to peek the window open, right? And I'm just gonna lean out the window with my revolver, but I'm not gonna do anything yet. I'm gonna essentially give Overwatch for right now.
Okay. Yeah, the
I'm
gnome
looking up and down the alley.
the gnome blabbers for a minute, nothing of use or anything. And, after about a minute or so, Quill just kind of like grabs him by the collar and just brings his forehead full force into this. We keep saying gnome, this halfling's forehead. And just the moment they collide, you hear a crack, and the gnome
Ooh.
falls unconscious. Or the halfling falls unconscious.
I'm gonna dip back into the window, but I'm gonna keep watching.
You see Quill drag him over to a trash can and just kind of like drag him behind it out of sight. And then you see Quill brush himself off, stand back up for a moment, and he takes it like a deep breath, and then returns to that drunken state.
And go
And-
back inside.
And then goes back inside like nothing happened. And it's
I'm
just
like in
gonna walk in.
I'm in shock right now. I just watched him like nonchalantly not murdering.
Soap understands what he's been through. Soap would understand why he just did the things he did. But
I would be supporting my boy in his endeavors if I
s-
weren't
I-
tripping balls.
if it
I'm
wasn't
glad
for the fact,
Blackstone was backing him up.
if it wasn't for the fact he didn't kill him, I would have shot that fucking guy. I would have done it. I would have ended that man's life
Blackstone
right
just
then and there.
hears Soap's voice speaking in his head, like, fucking do it. Do it, pussy.
do it.
The fucking nose.
Okay.
Shoot him.
So Blackstone, after
Shoot
witnessing
the
that
midget.
and kind of taking a minute to comprehend what the fuck you just saw, what'd you like to do?
I'm gonna give it another like 5 minutes. I'm gonna count 5 minutes off in my head, watching this alleyway or watching the doorway to see if the guy with the dragon tattoo comes out. If not, I'm going back downstairs.
Okay. You don't see him come out, so I will make you uninvisible again. You come back. You start making your way downstairs. Around this point, the individual with the dragon tattoo, you do see him walk out from where the bathrooms are. You see Quill very intensely watching him side eyeing him. Well, at the bar, he is waiting for a drink from the bartender and is watching this guy with the eye of a hawk, essentially. Like, that's how intense he's looking at him.
All right.
And you see him come over here, and he starts talking to this other guy, and they seem to get into a sort of argument. It's not anything intense, but it's like, you can tell it's like, where the hell did our other guy go? And they're just like bickering back and forth of like, well, how'd you lose him and shit like that?
How'd you lose him? You know, I just realized I forget how old my character is.
Don't you have it written down?
I think
No.
it would be in the files.
Oh, it's in your files, yeah. If you want to check your file.
I forget it. I forget where you put those.
I linked it actually recently. All of your files got leaked to yourselves. It's pinned. You can read your files. No, it's not pinned. I'm crazy.
Oh, here's the files right here. You did ping.
Did I pin it? Oh, I did pin it. It just didn't load for me. Yeah, you can look at your file.
I am 29. Good to know. I'm
Yeah,
also
you're
a
29.
tall motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right. So while they're arguing, I'm gonna make my way over. You know, just nod to the boys as I pass, make it look like I'm gonna get a drink, right? I will slide up next to the boy here.
As you get
Right.
there, he's starting to chug another drink.
Hell yeah! I slide up to him and I go, "Don't make it so obvious."
He sets down the drink. He looks at you, and you can tell he's buzzed. He's not as drunk as he was making it look like he was. You can tell he's buzzed, but he just kind of like squints at you a little bit.
I give him a sly smile. I go, "I saw what you did. I also saw the side-eyed glare you're giving the guys over there."
He starts doing the inconspicuous whistle. You know the one. You know exactly the one.
I do the hold on. Can I find the GIF? Yeah, I do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I go not see. That's what I'm talking about. Keep that up. But I turn to the bartender. I order another drink. Here I go. I'm rolling the thing.
As you're doing that, Quill kind of
81.
81. What is that? What is the name of the drink?
81 is called uh
I'm not attempting that name.
him Varen's luck.
All right. It's like an ale mixed with something else. You're not entirely sure what the other thing was, but it's an ale mixed with something else. It's pretty good. It tastes cheap though, but it's pretty good.
I can't help but imagine like an Irish cream situation.
Sure, we'll go with that. Like as you're getting that drink too, you see Quill kind of like pick up his drink, and he goes back into the very stumbly drunk look, and just starts wandering this way. He goes past the bar, disappears back here.
I really wanted to say don't try anything stupid.
He just walks off. Before you could say anything to him, he's gone.
Damn. I'm gonna give it another minute to see what these guys do because they're arguing about the other guy.
You see them finally sigh. The human guy just kind of goes this way again.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
You see him knock on this
move?
first door. This guy doesn't move. You see him knock on this door though. He kind of waits there for a second. And you see him go further down. You can hear another knock, very quiet. Like from where you are, it's very quiet. What would you like to do while he's slowly making his way down the hallway and knocking on doors?
Immediate thought, he's gonna go piss in the alleyway, and they start going this way. No,
Okay.
no. Are there openings on either side of these of the building, or is it like a long walk down to the edge of the block where the
These are
alleyway begins?
these are alleyways on the side of the building. I don't know why there's a door here. This is not supposed to be here. I didn't design this to have...
thing. You know what?
Yeah.
I utilize this.
It was not supposed to be there, and I don't know why it's there. Watch this.
Time to make this man real angry. Aw.
Gone. It took me
I was gonna try and stumble out that way, like I was about to puke right past him.
through him. No, there are alleyways on either side of the building. You know that. Would you like to sneak around the building?
Would
you like to tell
over here?
Would you like to tell Would you like to tell anyone else that you're sneaking around? Okay, you are. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna come over here and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna pack it in for the night." No. Okay. No, it's
Raw.
just
Wrath. He's talking to you too.
I'm not participating in any shenanigans.
no shenanigans to be had as I walk on out.
Nobody has any idea what what Quill just did, except for Blackstone.
Walk on out. Oh, I'm gonna finish my drink, right? I'm gonna fucking chug it right here, right now, and call it a day.
Oh, I guess.
I hit the yoinky sploinky as I walk out.
Wait,
make my
what?
way. Yoinky sploinky and all over this motherfucker.
I guess that's enough drinks for me tonight.
You reach that corner. You can see Quill drunkenly leaned against the wall, kind of swinging his tankard around that you can still see has liquid in it. This individual is upset and is shouting at him, and he's just kind of making funny faces and doing things. Do you want to do anything while this is happening? While the dude's getting increasingly angry?
gonna keep my eye on him. I'm gonna make. I'm trying to be as sneaky as possible, right? Because my main goal is the guy with the neck. I'm gonna have to make a move eventually, right?
This is the guy with the necklace.
Oh wait, no, this is the dragon guy.
Yeah, this is the dragon one. The one who stayed in there is the one that wasn't. It was the one who asked him how much it was worth.
What?
But you see this
What's he
guy.
saying?
You see him. You know,
What's he getting
demand.
angry about?
He's demanding to know where his partner is because he knows he came back here, and Quill is the one who's back here, demanding all this stuff from Quill. Quill's just playing coy as this is happening. Before you watch it as the guy goes to grab at Quill's shirt, and he does grab a hold of Quill's shirt. Wait, before you move, because you didn't move in before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Quill. You watch the drunken state vanish, and you watch Quill swing the tankard into the dude's head and whack him in the face. I'm gonna roll a check for the guy to see if the dude falls over. The dude stays on his feet, gets hit in the face with the tankard. Whatever.
I'm gonna be walking forward
Quill,
as this
yeah.
happens.
Yeah, whatever Quill was drinking just like splattered onto his face. And he looks mad and he goes to reach actually no, he doesn't. The guy throws a hand out to the side and produces a flame in one hand.
As I produce my gun to the back of his head.
Well, right as you go to do that, you hear Quill in a very like a child's voice just says, "Look behind you."
All right,
and
so
then,
I'm assuming I'm doing that. He's doing that as I'm walking up and pulling my gun out. So
yeah, he does like a little kid's like giggle and then says, "Look behind you."
And as he turns, I pull the hammer back so I get a nice ratcheting sound as I bring the gun to like hip fire. The hand at the ready to fan it if he moves.
He looks surprised and shocked by this situation. Quill is going to take an advantage of this. You watch Quill with his other hand that wasn't holding the tankard spin the eldritch knife between his fingers before sticking it through the dude's hand that has the flame in it and pinning the dude to the ground by his hand because he just rolled a crit.
Ow.
Quill is no joke. And the dude is considered
Ow.
the dude is technically considered restrained because his hand is pinned to the concrete by a dagger. And he does let out a cry of pain.
Hold on here.
Something similar to where is it? I can find it.
Damn, I could have comprehended.
There you go.
Stop, no.
It's about to scream.
Damn, I could have comprehended languages at any time.
Oh, to understand what Quill was saying earlier.
So what I'm gonna right? If I can find, I'm gonna feign death.
You're gonna feign death. Are you casting it on this dude?
No.
Oh.
That's a self.
Oh.
Oh no, you touch a willing creature. I could do it if he's willing.
He's not willing. He is definitely not willing. I will say too, when Quill pins this dude's hand to the ground, you hear him in a very like deep, like a deep voice that almost seems to have, I guess the closest thing to compare it to is like a dragon speaking, and their element is kind of like present as they're talking, if that makes sense. Like a dragon speaking, you hear like the crackling of flames in the back of their throat type thing. But this is a crackling of lightning when he says this, and he just whispers in the dude's ear, just, I suggest staying down.
Damn, okay. This guy's intense.
So I have a list of like phrases he can say that are from certain people. So that was actually one that I've been holding on to for a bit.
Well, I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna give him a smile, and I go, "This isn't exactly what how I was expecting for this to go down."
Quill gives a shrug. The dude's just in shock.
So, gun still in hand, right? I'm gonna kneel down, squat. I'm gonna squat down, hand in the hand, forearms on knees, you know. And I go, all right. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what he's got going on with you, but I'm only here for one reason. Where's that necklace you had in the bar?
I'm gonna roll a check to see if he's holding composure. He's not. He takes that shit out and throws it at you. He's like, take it, take it, take it. I don't want anything to do with this.
the composure gone. All
Gone.
right,
Your hand gets
is-
pinned to the
is it-
concrete with a dagger. Gone. No composure. You are freaking the fuck out.
kinda yeah. Is this the one? Is this the necklace I'm looking for?
100%. It is.
100%. Just for shits and giggles, right? As I catch it, I'm gonna cast identify.
Okay. It is definitely a family heirloom of some sort. The magic.
Oh no, yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
no,
it
the
identifies
magic, the magic on it. It is a simple protection charm. It is nothing special. It doesn't even give a defensive buff. It is simply a kind of tilts the tides of luck a little bit in the favor of if you're in a situation that should kill you, you have a slightly higher chance to survive.
Hell yeah. What a Chad. Chad charm. So I am I'm gonna nod. I'm gonna stick it in the back pocket, right? I'm gonna look him up and down. I'll be like, that ain't all you got, is it?
I'm gonna roll a percentile die to see if he has anything else. He
Homie's a soldier in the military just mugging somebody.
he
Casual.
freaking out still reaches into a pocket, pulls out a small pouch, tosses it at your feet, as well as a second pouch that is full of coin.
I grabbed the one pouch, the first pouch. What's in that pouch?
Inside the pouch, there are various it's several tablets of sorts, like pills.
He's
They're-
a drug peddler too.
There appears to be 3 different types in there.
And then obviously the jingly pouch is gold, right?
Yes.
So I'm I'm gonna use my foot, stand up and use my foot to slide the pouches over towards Quill. Holster my gun. I'm gonna turn to Quill and be like, I ain't got no other use for him. And I'm gonna walk inside.
You hear the guy go, "No, no, no! Wait, don't leave me here."
I'm gonna stop right here and just watch for a second. I want to see what happens.
You
I want to
hear
see if this man gets murdered.
You hear several pleads and shouts. You see Quill walk over to a garbage can, grab the lid, and then just bring it down on the dude's head.
I
Dude's
leave
not-
the fucking
yeah.
bar and y'all start murdering people in there.
Knocked unconscious, and then you watch Quill drag him to the same place he put his friend and dumps him there, brushes off both hands, pockets both of the pouches, takes a deep breath, lets out a sigh, and then does the drunken act again and heads inside.
Base. I'm standing here waiting for him. Like as we're walking back, right? I'm like,
Mhm.
yo, was that a personal thing, or were you just trying to help me?
He shrugged, just like in a child, like a child's voice. First, he says, "Needed help," and he points towards you.
I kind of smile and I go, about that, but I ain't gonna say that I didn't want it or need it. I sit back down and I'm like, hey, what's going on?
You do notice that Quill has a slight bit of blood, like on him. It's not his clearly, but like a tiny bit, like on like his shoulder, that he just didn't notice that he had on him.
I'm gonna like take a handkerchief of a kind of like point at him, wipe my shoulder, and then hand it to him.
He notices and he takes the handkerchief and like wipes it off. Kind of like looks over the rest of his like his jacket or whatever and hands you back the handkerchief.
Fold it up all nice and neat, put it away. I'm a wizard. I know not to leave blood laying
Now,
around.
we'll jump to soap real quick as we get to the end of
Fucking
this
Middle Eastern
R&R.
kid getting bombed.
What the
Um,
flying fuck?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry. I forgot I was unmuted.
This fucking guy.
Um,
Here's
so
my Instagram. I need help.
you end up
It's
going.
black.
Yes, I know it's black. You won't be able to see
Okay.
anything because I don't have a map for this because this wasn't planned. I didn't expect you to just
Oh.
run out into a field. So
I failed the check.
I know you did. I didn't expect this. Let's just put it that way. So you know what? You're in a state. You can figure this out. You run. You get
I
out of the
got
city.
a 7. I am in no state.
Oh, then you are still down here. I'm gonna roll to see where you end up because I have a list of places you could accidentally end up. Huh.
How fucked am I 1 to 10?
Interesting. You have found yourself in a very peculiar part of town. Part of town you have not
I'm
been in
in the
before.
red light district. Let's go.
It's called the Scarlet District.
Oh my god, was I right?
Yes.
Oh god, I don't want to be here.
He's still, in this trip or whatever. You do catch a glimpse of Brick walk by, who doesn't seem to notice you, and is with none of the rest of his squad. He has abandoned them. He managed to escape the rest of his squad to get over here. This is where he wanted to go, by the way. This is where Brick was trying to get to. So you do see Brick walk
Have I
by.
found a meadow?
You are still underground. You got to find the way out of town, which is specifically a train to get out of town. You went the wrong way.
Have I regained enough consciousness?
You've had it the whole time. You just kind of bolted in a direction and just kind of went blindly.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna very quickly get the fuck out of here because I do not want to be in this district. Can I speak to the voices in my brain?
Sure. What do you want to say?
Who
to them?
are you?
Oh, great! Now I have a song in my head. They don't respond.
Why? Why are you telling me to go to a field? What do you need from me?
You don't hear anything. Occasionally you hear like little build up of whispers, but like it's like the back of your mind. It's not loud enough to really like overcome the thoughts type thing.
While I'm navigating back to an open area, or try to get into an open area, can I roll a perception check to see if I smell any of the drug feral or any other substances?
Sure, do it with disadvantage. You are distracted, and you are in a city that has a lot of smells.
Alright, so it's just normal roll then.
Yes.
Alright. 27. Kenzie,
Damn.
confirmation,
All right.
please.
Um.
She ain't even looking.
Here's the thing. You smell it everywhere. There are traces of it all over the place. That and several other drugs. You can just smell them within the block you are in. There's probably 15 different places you probably think you could end up that would have it.
Um. God. The voices, they're subtle right now. They're not screaming in my head.
No.
Kenzie goes, "That's good."
She would be right.
Are any of these smells coming from anywhere that's kind of out of the way, out of anyone's main attention?
They seem to be within buildings or alleyways. Like
I just stroll by a couple of the alleyways that might
like-
have this smell.
you hear you know there are people in there. You can guess they are carrying it. I will say with such a high perception check too, you know what? Roll me a wisdom with disadvantage saving throw with this because I have a thing I want to see if it's happening.
Disadvantage saving throw?
Yeah, with disadvantage.
All right. First roll's a 13, second roll's a 14.
You
that far off.
find yourself over the thought of these things. You are salivating. There's a craving for it now that you are thinking about it and you can smell it.
Any of the alleyways, are there any people that would look like a dealer with my passive stealth as well helping me?
There are sketchy people in hoods.
Can I stealth?
Sure.
26.
Okay. You sneak up on them. They don't seem to notice.
Do they seem like what can I get a description?
You see an individual in a black cloak. Actually, in this alleyway in particular, the one individual you're not talking to, you're sneaking up on. Of normal height ish, you don't really see skin or anything. The smell coming off of them though gives you the idea that it is probably a half elf or an elven individual, possibly human, something of that nature. You see someone further down the alleyway. You can't see them through their cloak. You do see, however, a feline-like tail peeking out from under the cloak. And they're talking to someone at the other end of the alleyway that you can't see any details of, that is just speaking with them. All of them are in like black cloaks, hoods up, faces covered.
I could smell it coming off of this guy.
Yes.
I would like to initiate stealth takedown.
Oh fuck. Okay. Roll the
Tyler, my
Yeah.
boy, the options
Yeah.
are either stealth takedown or I'm transforming in this alleyway and tearing some people up.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly what's happening. All right. Roll the first check.
I'm trying to do this as least bloody as possible. I got a
Yeah.
29.
I don't think I can beat that. I don't think as a basic person, this person, yeah, no, he's not beating that. So yeah, he doesn't notice you. Roll your attack.
This is unarmored, but with claws, I have a +9. That's a 25.
Athletics now.
Athletics is +4. That's a 22.
Okay, you silently tear his throat out and lower him to the ground. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Please, for the love of God, let this work. Holy shit. I got an 18. That's the highest wisdom saving throw I've gotten all night.
All right. Yeah, the whispers they increase for a moment, but you manage to keep them back.
I am looting his entire body, all of it.
You find on him a number of pouches. There are each one containing a different drug.
Oh God, I'm taking everything. Yeah, I'm just tell me what I need to add, and I'll just be frantically typing it in my inventory.
You acquire 5 things of null blood.
No, is that
It is lesser version of feral. Feral is made from null blood.
is it something that you have?
It's in D&D and Beyond.
It's not popping up. Null is spelled with a K, right?
No, G.
Oh, GN. Oh, that's why. Null blood. Okay.
There are 10 things of acrid. 15 holly leaf blunts.
Hold up. 5 things of null blood. 10 things to acrid. Oh fuck, dude. Remember acrid. There we go. Oh, dude, I spelled it right. Holy shit. Big brain.
15 blunts of holly leaf.
All right.
A very large bag filled to the brim with stilmo, which would be acquainting to about 30. And 2 tablets of feral. Roll me a wisdom check.
I'm sorry. 30
30
what?
stilmo. 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 This is the shit that Kellic was addicted to in the previous campaign.
Oh, great. All right, cool. I have 30 of them bitches now.
Yeah. And 2 tablets of feral, and I need another wisdom saving throw.
Any gold as well?
It's a pouch of 50 gold pieces.
Okay. Just making sure I got everything organized. Wisdom saving throw. 17. One less this time.
You fight back the urge to take one of these ferals.
Oh, that would have been bad for those 2 people down the alley.
Would have been bad for a lot of people.
It would have been bad for a lot of people in this area.
Yeah.
Because I don't think in my current state I'd be able to. The fact that I'm able to keep it together right now was impressive. With these roles, my interpretation of it is like Soap is in like almost experiencing like extreme withdrawal symptoms, just trying to
Let me
keep
put it
himself
this way.
collected.
You are hunched over. You are visibly shaking. Your eyes are dilated and are also shaking, like bugging out. You have drool dripping from your mouth. and you have just torn a dude's throat out.
Do I
You are in a rough
smell
state.
this? Do I smell the scent coming off of the other two?
You smell it off of one of them. They are in a conversation at the moment. It's not feral though. You smell other things.
Not of importance.
Yeah, they don't have it though.
I'm just, I guess, with my stealth, just dipping out of the alleyway.
Okay. Where are you gonna head from there? You gonna go back to the base?
Do I hear the voices?
The same as before, a quiet whisper that's not overcoming anything.
I'm so tempted just to pop an acrid and figure this shit out.
You can do it once you get back to the base if you want to.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of haphazardly stumble back into the bar, not cleaning my hands off or anything, just like in a very rough state, trying to get back to the bar.
Oh boy. Okay. Let me bring the stream back to the bar. You make a reappearance. So here you go. Your tokens that reappeared. You stumble into the bar. The first one to notice you is going to be Ghost, who you'll get one step into the bar and he's immediately going to push you back outside. He pushes you, he closes the door behind you. He grabs you by the collar of your cloak and it's just going to not quite growl, but like in a very stern way, just going to say, "What happened to not doing anything stupid?"
The field, the voices, the field. I must make it to the field.
He's gonna slap you in the face.
How violently are my eyes shaking right now?
You know when someone like in an anime when someone's like tweaking out and their eyes are bouncing off, like bouncing around.
Oh yeah, like the vibrating.
Yeah, that's what you have going on. Is like the vibrating pupils. Yeah, he does slap the shit out of you though. Not a powerful slap because he's not very strong, but like he does give you a pretty good slap.
I'm just gonna back up. It was a mistake coming back here, and then I'm just gonna keep backing up, and I want to roll stealth.
I'm gonna roll something to see if he'll follow you or attempt to follow you.
I got a 29.
He just watches you in a sort of shock just disappear into the alley across the street.
Oh right, and I am gonna roll a d4, and that will determine what direction I head: north, south, east, or west. Going north clockwise as the numbers. I got a 1. What is north?
You're going to the north. Okay. Let me pull up the city again. Because you guys are in. Okay. You end up heading up into a housing district of the mechanical heart. Specifically known as, and it is labeled on signs, it is called the Beast District.
Oh, so fitting.
Which is specifically the place that houses many of the bestial races, such as lupins, gnolls, tabaxis, minotaurs, aarakocrans,
Do I
kenkus,
have
things
any
of that nature.
idea of when did these voices start?
After you shot down that innocent civilian during the previous off.
Gosh fucking damn it! Did he curse my ass or something?
That's the first time you heard the voice.
Is there any place that has other Lupins?
You're in that area.
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't know if there's like a designated area.
No, it's like Lupins live in this area. Like other parts of the city there can be a Lupin or two living in those areas, but it's usually specific races live in specific districts. By choice, they tend to. It seems like in this city, certain races seem to flock to the same areas to be with others of their race. If that makes sense.
Hmm. Well then, do I see anything like a fortune teller or anything like that nearby?
You would probably find that in the area you were just in, the main area,
Well,
in the blue collar district, which is the center of it.
yeah, lost cause. All right. I'm just gonna be aimlessly wandering around then the entire city. I'll wash off my hands now. Maybe. It's
rub-
still good. At this point, it's probably just stained, and I don't have any soap. So the best I could, the best I could
Funny.
do is.
So, are you
just be
ever heading
water.
back to the base tonight, or are you just staying out?
I'll head back. I'll head back to the base. I'm gonna
Okay.
see if I can find a field.
So I'm going to. You would find a field before getting back to the base. So I'm going to reactivate the barracks for everyone else. The rest of you get back to the barracks at a decently late hour of the night. Soap, however, is nowhere to be found at the moment. You all returned to find that he was nowhere at all. And you guys did not know anything about his whereabouts currently. If everyone is still here. I don't know if anyone has abandoned this cause. We're getting to the end of this. Got a lot more RP than I expected, and I'm
Right
actually
to
very
bed.
happy. You went right to bed.
I've
Okay.
had a very sedated night. Just drank some ice water. Just hung out in the bar. We went back home better when they came back.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Raw, what are you doing? Blackstone, what are you doing? I assume, Blackstone, you're going to go and speak with the person who gave you the case.
Yes. Gotta return it. You know, obviously.
We're not going to RP that, but yes, it is an easy transaction of just, you delivering the stuff to them and them paying you in full. Which is pretty hefty
yeah.
amount for your business, which is 75 gold pieces for what you did.
Hell yeah. Obviously, I'm not going to be so crass as to count it there, but I'm going to take it, thank him,
Puts it behind your back and counts it behind your back.
Yeah, obviously.
High intelligence score. Go
yes.
Burr.
When you do that too, Quill does end up following you because he's just interested to see why you were doing that.
One more time.
Quill followed you because he wanted to see why you were wanting that necklace.
Did he like stealthily follow me, or did he just come along?
He just kind of tagged along. He looks like a child that's just like following on your heels.
The lady asks, "Hey, is this your kid?"
And when she says that, he just points to himself and goes, he shakes his head no, and then in like a child's voice goes, "I'm a man."
I'm a grown man.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm a grown man. It's like, that doesn't really help the cause.
I'm a big boy.
I'm a
Alright.
brave boy. Not enough brave
I'm a
boy,
brave-
brave enough boy for this. Okay, you end up returning back to the after the others. You return back to the barracks. You two also
So
notice
cursed.
that Soap is gone. He is still not here when you arrive.
Oh boy, do we need to get a search party for fucking Soap?
Normal, right?
Soap, you
Just
return
buy
back.
some more.
So on your way back home, you find yourself in a large open field separating the base and the city.
Okay.
What are you doing out there?
Laying on my back. Snow angel.
Base.
Okay. You waiting for the voices or
Waiting for the
something?
voices.
Waiting for the voices.
I'm letting them in.
The
Speak to
whispers.
me.
Yeah, the
When
whispers
you
get
off your schizophrenia meds.
as you focus on them, they get a little bit louder, but they're still incomprehensible. They're not saying anything in particular. You just hear like
Do I need to base
whispers.
boost them?
No. They're like you focus and focus and focus. They do not get any louder than they are.
What are they saying?
It is just whispers. You can't understand what they are saying in particular.
Oh,
Just
that's
a
what I was
lot.
asking. Do I need to base boost it with the acrid?
Is this the one I'm looking for? Nope, not that one. It's like
Soap
this.
about to send himself into a bad trip.
That's the kind of whispers you're getting. You don't know what they're saying. They're just kind of whispering in your head.
Oh, cool. All right, acrid time.
Oh
I
boy.
need to make what is it? Must succeed in intelligence check.
Yeah.
Oh,
roll an
goody.
Roll an
Is it a
intelligence
saving
check.
throw or a check?
Nope, it's a check. It is not a saving throw.
Oh, dude, I don't get my bonus. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, I got a 13. Oh,
Okay.
no.
A 13. You simply have a good trip. It is nothing bad happens to you. You are simply watching the sky morph and change. The colors kind of shifting in odd ways. Kind of just an out of body experience, essentially. Nothing bad comes out of this. You are out there for an hour, just staring into the heavens, hallucinating, essentially. Roughly around the time that you are coming down from this, you hear a whistle in the distance. A familiar whistle, a whistle that brings chills to your body. This whistle.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Very
snapping
far away.
straight up.
You hear it in the direction of the town, opposite of where the base is.
How far away am I from the base?
Quarter mile.
Oh, okay. So they'd hear this then. Hybrid form, howling, running off
Towards the base or
towards the
just
town.
towards the town? Oh. Okay. You run towards the town. The whisper is getting a bit louder in your head as this happens. I also need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage because of the sound as you are running towards it. And it is getting louder and louder.
First roll is a 12, second roll is a 19, so that is a 12.
You catch yourself stopping in your tracks about half mile away from the base. because the distance between the base and the town is about 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
You find yourself stopping in your tracks, even in this form, shaking as you are having flashbacks of what happened the last time you heard this sound. The flashbacks of Ven dropping dead next to you. And the inches you were from death at the time. And you can see
I'm
on the
assuming
very
I'm unable to move forward.
yes, you can't see. You can see on the edge of the town the individual in a cloak standing there, eyes glowing yellow, a moon crest glaive extending out from behind them as they hold it in one hand.
I can't go towards them.
No, you are frozen in fear at the moment. You are currently inflicted
so
by
I'm
fright.
just stuck.
Yeah, you can't go closer. You cannot willingly go towards him.
Can I let out a howl and roll intimidation?
Roll it with
It's a negative
disadvantage.
modifier. Oh, even better.
It's with disadvantage because you are frightened.
Well, so I got a nat 1, but with my modifier, that's a 0.
Yo, you don't make a sound. You go to make this howl. For you, it's a very, very quiet whimper. In turn, when you try to do this, you do see them wield back their own head. And as they do this, you see I'm trying to pull up their stat block so I can give you the exact depiction of what is happening. Come on, load faster, D&D and Beyond. There we go.
Oh, so he's like here. This isn't a hallucination.
You don't know.
Oh.
He could be real. He could be fake. You
Bruh,
have
it's
no
just
idea.
some poor innocent civilian that I'm having a square off with.
That's why I'm having issues. I've literally looking in the wrong part of the alphabet for this character. There we are. As he wields back his head to how you see beside him, a hound-like creature appear and also howl. And as this happens as well, you see what looks like a numerous number of semi-transparent figures floating behind him like ghosts and ghouls.
Damn, that's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna run.
Run away because you can't go towards.
Yep.
All right,
I can't go towards them. And I could close. We didn't level up, right?
No, you
I
run
didn't think
towards
so,
the you.
yeah.
Yeah, you run back towards the base, and as
Yeah, I'm closing 120 every 6 seconds.
as you run back towards the base, very quietly in the wind, you can hear a voice whispering, not the ones in your head, but one that is of him, that just says, "Keep running, little doggy. I'll catch you at some point." And I think that's a good place to end this session.
I was gonna say, I just climbed through my window on back to normal and curl up with the fox.
You curl up, just like visibly shaking. All right, but yeah, that's the
I
end of the
have
session.
a shitload of drugs.
Congrats, boys! You survived your R&R. You may have not spoken with Cerberus like you had originally planned to, but we can do that another session. So, on that note, and we finished at a decent time. Look at that! Wow, we did something right.
I could go to bed.
Yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, follow the Twitch or join the Discord or do both. Just do both. It makes it easy. if you want updates whenever we go live. And if you want to catch up on previous episodes, go check out the YouTube where we have everything posted in nicely curated playlist just for all of you. And as always, we hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.